Here's how to easily install mods in Schedule 1. Let's go. Now, the first step to install mods in Schedule 1 is to click the first link in the description, which is this guide in here. In case you get lost at any moment of this video, or if I speak too fast, you could always look at the screenshots and every step in detail in here. However, we're not going to use this guide to read. We're actually going to go over to step 1 and we're going to click on the Melon Loader button because that is the first part for installing mods in Schedule 1. We need to download Melon Loader. So you go click on the button here, which is going to redirect you to this page. And now we're going to download the Windows installer. If you have Linux, you could download the Linux one, but I have Windows, so I'm going to go ahead and download the Windows installer. Once you click on the button, the download is going to begin right away. And I want you to drag and drop that installer into your desktop. Now you can minimize the browser and you could just double click on the installer to install Melon Loader. Just make sure Schedule 1 is closed though. You don't have to close Steam. You just have to close the game. Now, this installer in here should automatically locate your Schedule 1 install location. If that's not the case, let's say that you had a custom folder, you could easily find that location by heading over to Steam, right-clicking on Schedule 1, clicking on Manage, and then clicking on Browse Local Files, and that is going to open the install location of Schedule 1, and then you could just copy the address right here on top, just copy the directory, click Add Game manually, and just paste that up here, press Enter, and select your game right there, right? That is just in case the launcher didn't list it by itself. But as you can see in my case, it actually found it automatically. So we're gonna go ahead and select the Schedule 1 in here and we're gonna hit install. Do not enable nightly builds unless you know what you're doing. Most of you shouldn't have to enable that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit install, and I don't want you to close this launcher even though we just installed a Melon Loader. You don't have to close it because we actually need to click on this folder right here to open the install location of the game. Now, if you had to manually locate this earlier, you already know where this folder is, but if you didn't, then this is the perfect way to get in here. Just press that button and now you could actually close the launcher. Now we installed Melon Loader, which pretty much tells the Schedule 1, hey, whenever you load, I also want you to load these mods, but we need to add those mods into somewhere, and that's where the mods folder comes in. And as you can see, a mods folder was created automatically, but if that's not the case for you, you could just right click, click new, click folder, and name it mods, capital M, and then ODS, right? You could create that mods folder yourself. Now go ahead and open that mods folder app, and this is exactly where we're going to place all the mods. And you might ask now, where do you download the mods from? Well, if you go back to the article in the description and you scroll down a little bit, you will see the step on downloading mods. And this step in here explains to you exactly how to do this part. But if you want to make it quick, again, just click on the Nexus mods button right here, which is going to redirect you to the Nexus site. Now you'll be placed right here on the Schedule 1 page within Nexus, where we have, you know, the trending mods, all the mods. You could just scroll down and click on View All if you want to see every single mod that is listed online right now for Schedule 1. You could also change it in here into, like, you know, the most download ones and the most popular ones, and however you want to do it. For this video, I'm going to choose a quick mod to install, an easy one, which is this simple minimap, which is actually kind of useful. You know, you don't have to open your phone as you're doing your deliveries. You could just see it in here. Now, once you found the mod that you want, go ahead and open it. And I always recommend that you read through the description of the mod because some mods have a special install instructions. Now, even though most mods will follow the same logic, I always recommend that you're reading here. And some mods actually have a requirement, which for this one is just Melon Loader, which we already installed, but you know, always look at it. Now, to download the mod, all you're gonna do is head over to Files and you're gonna choose Manual Download. You might have to press download again. This is telling me that I need Melon Loader, but I already have that. So go ahead and click download again if you get that prompt, and then that is going to bring you here where you're going to choose a slow download. And if you don't see the slow download option, that's because you're not logged in. You do have to log in into Nexus mod. However, that's completely free to do. I'm not a big fan either of having to create an account, but that's just the way it's done. Now, once you logged in, go ahead and hit a slow download, and the download will begin within 5 seconds for your mod that you chose for a Schedule 1. And you could download as many mods as you want. Now, once that file downloads, I want you to drag and drop it into your desktop. Just go ahead and drag and drop it and place it in your desktop. And by the way, you can now delete the Melon Loader installer since we already installed it. Now, you should have a zip file now on your desktop, and all you have to do is right click on that mod zip file and hit extract all. If you don't have an extracting option, then you have to download something like WinRAR or 7-zip or upgrade to Windows 10 or 11 to get that option, right? But I do have the extract all tool with Windows, so I'm gonna go ahead and extract it. And once you extract that zip file, you should see a DLL file inside. This is pretty much the mod that we need to add into the mods folder. If you don't have a DLL mod, I recommend that you go back into the mod profile and read through the description so they tell you where to place it. Now, the DLL mod is right here, and all we have to do is add it into that mods folder that we had just found within a Schedule 1 or that we had to create ourselves. So once you have that mod folder here and the mod over here, just go ahead and drag and drop it into the mods folder. That's it. You could add as many mods as you want into this mods folder, and once you're done, you could close out, go back into Steam and hit play. And now whenever you launch the game, it's going to be a bit different. You're going to get this in here, and you might have to install the Microsoft.NET runtime if you didn't have it. As you can see, I didn't have it, so I had to install it. And then you're going to see this command in here, which is pretty much Melon Loader, kind of putting the mods into the game. Like I said earlier, Melon Loader is going to tell Schedule 1, hey, whenever you're launching, load these mods first. So just give it some time in here. This is going to happen every time you play with mods. If you don't want this to happen, you have to get rid of the Melon Loader from the installation folder of Schedule 1. Now, once in the game, you should see your mods loading. As you can see, I have the minimap right here on the top. So that means that my installation worked. And I installed a simple minimap, but you are free to install whatever mod you want to install. Let me know down in the comments if this video helped you. If it did, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, bye-bye.